Hello everyone, thank you for checking out today's video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. We talk all about koi ponds and water gardens and everything that goes along with it. So if you're new here to the channel, please take some time, take a look around. I have closing in on 200 videos here at this point on all different topics pertaining to ponds, as far as design, construction, water plants, fish, pond filtration, all kinds of helpful little tips and suggestions and all kinds of fun stuff I've put together, troubleshooting stuff, even a few product reviews. So take some time, use the playlist here on the channel to find your way around, find a video that you'd be interested in and it can hopefully help you out. So today's video we are talking about another water plant. So I have a whole series of videos here on this channel all about different aquatic plants, and today's video is about a plant called Arrowhead. Botanical name is Sagittaria. So it's a very common plant. I want to tell you a little bit about it, and because to me it's kind of unique in the fact that it's so common that it kind of gets overlooked sometimes, but it shouldn't be. All right. Okay. So anyway. Sagittaria, Arrowhead, is a kind of, it's just one of those plants that you just look at and say, that belongs in a pond. It just to me, it is just the typical aquatic plant. It does have a very pronunciated arrowhead-shaped leaf. So it's kind of easy to, identify. However, there's another plant called Arum, which is a different plant, but it has that same kind of arrowhead kind of leaf. I find that in a lot of the Arrowhead Sagittaria plants, the arrowhead leaf is a little more pronounced, a little more elongated sometimes than the Arum. The Arum, I do have a whole nother video here on this channel all about that. But those leaves are a little more thicker, lush, fuller, kind of arrow-shaped, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there is a difference in the plants. The Arum has a different kind of flower, it kind of has a spike. The Sagittaria Arrowhead has small little white flowers. So definitely differences, okay? Now, there are several different types of arrowhead. Most commonly, they grow about 2 feet, 1.5 to 2 foot high. There is a giant Sagittaria, which grows, maybe 3 feet high, maybe a little bit more. And then there is a dwarf Sagittaria. And the thing that is odd about that is that it does not have the arrow-shaped leaves at all. They're actually just long blades. And that only grows, 6 inches to maybe 10, 12 inches at the most. That's more popular as an aquarium plant than it is a pond plant. When we, go to the store looking for pond plants, we're not really going to find that. We're going to find the normal, arrow-headed plant. It is a cool plant in the fact that, like I said, it's kind of a clumping nature, but it just looks like it belongs in your pond. So even though, as I was saying before, it is a very common plant and sometimes kind of gets overlooked because you see it everywhere and you're like, oh yeah, here's arrowhead, oh yeah, they got arrowhead here too. But when you take it and you put it into your pond, and add it, in a nice little spot in the corner in your pond, it actually is a pretty nice, attractive plant. It is a perennial, okay? It is a hardy plant. It will come back year after year. They don't grow huge, but it's still good to keep them. I like keeping all my plants potted. I don't like planting things directly into the pond. Just me personally. Again, it's this whole thing with rock and gravel in the bottom of the pond. I do not do that. I use 4-inch bottom drains in all my ponds, so I don't fill my ponds with rock and gravel. Also because I've cleaned so many ponds that all have rock and gravel in it, and so many of them are just a mess. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. You might want to check that one out over here. But for the most part, I like keeping my plants contained in pots. It just gives them, it gives us the ability to control them a little bit more so they don't get rooted into the rocks and spread out all over the pond and become overgrown. And at that point, it becomes very difficult to control it and cut it back. But keeping these things in a nice pot, an inch or two under the water surface is awesome. A nice sized pot. I definitely recommend a nice big pot, as these plants, will get about 2 foot tall. And we don't want it to blow over in the wind, so we want a nice pot to give it some good stability in the pond. Also give it more room to grow, right? The bigger the pot, the more room the plant has to grow. So a nice, sturdy, stable pot with some gravel, a nice size gravel on the top. I like keeping my plants only an inch or 2 inches under the water surface, which helps to keep the fish from getting in it, okay, and digging it up and knocking all the gravel out. But use larger gravel, something at least 3/4, if not, 1 inch, 1.5 inch gravel on the top of your pots, that the fish won't be able to dig in and uproot the plant. Yeah, so again, very neat plant, very common, all right, but really nice. It flowers in the summer. It's going to prefer full sun to part shade, but it can definitely take the full sun. It stays nice and kind of compact. It's attractive with the arrowhead leaves. The little white flowers, add a little something to it. It's not known. You're not buying this plant for its flowers. You're basically going to buy the plant for its foliage. But the flowers do look nice on it when it does flower. So, all around, just a great, aquatic plant. It's just really nice to have. And again, I just want to stress that, for me, just my thoughts is that, it is so common. You see it everywhere, but don't overlook it, because it really does look nice when it's grown, really nice in your pond. And it's really hardy. It's not a tough plant to grow. It's really pretty easy. I mean, literally just pot it and put it in your pond and away it goes. So an easy plant, a nice looking plant, and all around just your typical aquatic plant. So, all right. So I hope that kind of gives you a little bit of insights into Sagittaria, Arrowhead. And check out all my other videos here on this channel. I have a ton of other videos on all kinds of aquatic plants. I'm sure I have at least like 20 different videos, if not more, 20, 25 videos on different aquatic plants. So hopefully that can help you out and help make a good choice as to what might be the appropriate pond in your plant, in your pond, what you might like to have. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, if it helped you out a little bit, hit that thumbs up, give it the like. I really appreciate your support. And subscribe to the channel if you're into ponds. I've been doing this stuff for over 25 years. I'm not saying I'm the king of ponds and I know everything. Certainly not. But I've been doing it a long time, and I put this channel together to help share with you some of the things I've learned, how I do things, what's been successful for me. And I'm just hoping that this channel and these videos can help you become a little bit more successful in your pond endeavors. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you back soon in another video. So take care, have a great day. Bye.